Hey guys, what's up? Nicole. Welcome back to my channel. Hey, how's everybody doing? So I'm gonna make some potatoes and chicken. And I thought I'd come on and do a live stream while I was cooking. I just watched Rockin' Roberta's video, and she just informed us that Ryan Donnelly passed away Friday. And I just cannot even believe it. I have lost 3 people in 7 days to the disease of addiction, or some kind of symptom, or something that it's a direct result of it. You know, they might not have taken drugs and overdose, but they, like my friend. Listen to this. My friend Ashley took her life Tuesday. This is just like out of control. Then my friend Daniel Petty committed suicide yesterday. And now I heard about Mr. Ryan Donnelly passing away. And I just wanted to come on here and talk to you guys about the disease of addiction, how serious it is, how like anything can happen, you guys, like in the blink of an eye. I could have 20 years sober and wake up and decide to go out and use and die. And it's just like so cunning, baffling, and powerful that like the only way to stay sober is to constantly live your life in recovery, and to just, it's like I can't even, it just makes me, I'm so saddened by this recent news. And I don't even know how Ryan died. I just know that he was a huge recovery advocate. He had a ginormous channel, 14,000 subscribers. He helped so many people, you guys. He was in recovery from opiate addiction, and he had his own recovery coach business. And just doing the damn thing, you know. And I don't know what happened with him, but I just know that, you know, in the last week, I've lost 3 people, you know, 2 of them who I knew personally. And it makes me just think, like, this is serious. This is no joke. Hey, Lisa. Addiction is nothing to be played with. If you're struggling, if you are still dabbling, if you're going back and forth between sobriety and relapse, it is time to make a change. It is time to get with it and to do what you got to do. This is why, you guys, like, I am such a huge advocate for any kind of recovery, whether it be medically assisted treatment, Suboxone, methadone, kratom, marijuana, abstinence. I don't care if you have to go and cut down a tree, make all kinds of wooden puppets with it to stay sober. Like, I don't care what you have to do, as long as you stay sober. It doesn't matter, because if you go out and use, you will die. You will die. And that's what's happening. Like, people are dying every single day. People that I know are dying. People that I have had relationships are taking their own lives, or overdosing, or getting in accidents due to their addiction and being under the influence. Like, it's overwhelming, the amount of death that has happened in the last week. Like, I can't even, like, I'm getting to the point where, okay, like with my friend Ashley, like, I can't even comprehend it. Like, is it real? Did it happen? Like, I'm getting angry, and then I'll cry, and then I'll be angry, and then I'll cry. I don't want to lose my life. I don't want to lose my family. I love my son with all my heart. I can't even imagine leaving him behind. And this is what makes me hurt the most for these other people, is that, like my friend Daniel, he had 3 kids. Mr. Ryan had 2 kids. Like, these are people who are leaving behind children, you know, and our children don't have a choice, you guys, what we do. They're just the blameless children that are along for the ride. if you are struggling, what's going on? But I know that that's 5 days. It breaks my heart and scares me at the same time. Yes, Lisa, that's what I'm talking about. I'm just talking about the fact that I've lost 3 people in the last week. And, you know, it's just, it just needs to be, we need to get serious, you guys. Like, we can't, this isn't a joke anymore, and it has never been. But, like, we have to get serious. Like, if you're not serious about your recovery and you're struggling and you're teetering on the fence, if you are playing with fire, you're going to get burned. Okay? If you need to make a change, it doesn't matter, you guys, if you have to be on Suboxone or methadone, or if you go to the doctor and get put on some kind of naltrexone for alcohol abuse. It doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. Get help. Like, get help now. When I lose somebody to the disease of addiction, it makes me think about my sobriety. It makes me think how easy it could be for me to go out and use. It makes me think about all the things that I've gained in my recovery, and I don't want to lose them. It makes me think about my son a lot. It makes me think a lot. And I'm just so sad about all the recent people that have passed away this last week. And I just heard about Ryan from Roberta, and I didn't know him very well, but I followed his channel, and of course I commented, and he commented to me, but I knew, I had a lot of respect for him and his recovery because he helped so many people. I mean, including me. He was an inspiration, you guys. I look up to him and his channel, 14,000 subscribers. That's a lot of people, and I would love to be able to build my channel to be like that. And so it just makes me so sad, and it makes me grateful for my life and my recovery. I'm hella grateful to be alive. I'm hella grateful to be sober today. I've been thinking about, I had a conversation because I'm in this group on Facebook, and it's called MAT Moms, and it's women that are pregnant on Subutex or methadone. And so I was talking with those girls yesterday because they asked me to tell my story. And here it is. I hear how many people shame these mothers for being on Subutex or methadone. And it's you're staying sober. They're sober, and they're giving birth to healthy babies. If I had been on Subutex, I probably would have stayed sober through my whole pregnancy, and I would have been a lot better off. But I wasn't, and I regret it, But when somebody passes, think about how other people shame others for being on maintenance medications. And then I think about what if those people had been on some kind of maintenance? Maybe they would still be with us today, But I can't, if I think about that all the time, I would be thinking about that about everybody. It just goes to show you that, hey, Bobby, hey, Anna, hey, Rockin' Roberta, hey, Debbie. It scares the living daylights out of me. So, my friend Ashley last week when she passed away, because of non-treatment for her mental illness. And so she was so sad and so depressed that she could not see any other way out. And so it's so important. You're not alone. And that's the main thing. If I could talk to you guys about anything about the people that have passed away over this last week, you're not alone, and you don't have to be alone, and you don't have to struggle. You've just got to reach out for help. The main thing that kept me back in my addiction was my pride and my ego telling me that I didn't need help, telling me that asking for help was weak. And I thought that, I really did. But you know what I have learned? I have learned that asking for help was the strongest thing I've ever done. And it was the smartest thing I ever did, because when I asked for help, it opened up my life to so many good people that have supported me. And because of those people, I've stayed sober for 3 years, you know? And that's why I think it's just so important, you guys, for us to be so supportive of other people, no matter what their journey is, no matter what they have to do to get sober. It doesn't, like, I have really been just mulling this over in my mind for the last week. Addiction is a mental health issue. It is anybody that goes out, has an amazing life, amazing job, a beautiful wife or husband, beautiful kids, just happy-go-lucky, and goes out and uses and relapses and dies. That is not normal. Like, people don't go out and use drugs and alcohol when they're happy or when they're okay. Like, that's insanity. And so it's like, me and Neil were driving. Hey, Jordan. And I was like, you know, I just don't understand why a lot of people that I've lost in my life from overdoses or from something related to their disease, I'll go back in my mind and I'll think all the things that they have, and I'll start asking myself, like, what was wrong? What went wrong? Why? And then Neil was like, that's why it's a disease. That's why, because we don't even know why. Like, whenever you're at that moment and you've already lapsed in your mind, you've already relapsed in your mind, and you're thinking, like, I've got to get something to relieve me. Like, I need relief. And that's all that goes through an addict's mind when they are in the pursuit of their drug of choice is, I need relief. I need relief. And so I've been thinking, like, how can I fight those feelings of that I need relief when I have those kind of feelings? So, and I've been thinking, like, that's why I have to really keep my self-care up. I have to keep myself taking care of my body, taking care of my mental health, taking care of my relationship with my higher power, because he's the one who helps me stay strong. And whenever I think that I don't need him is when I need him the most, you know. I just think it's so tragic that so many people are dying, and it makes me so sad, because there's a solution. It just takes rigorous honesty, and it takes a lot of work, and it's like a constant, you guys. Like, I had somebody ask me the other day, like, you know, what do you do besides recovery? And I thought about it for a second, and I was like, I don't do anything else. Like, I live my recovery every day, all day. That's all I do. That's all I talk about. Because when I was in my addiction, all I did was get high. That's all I did was think about getting high. So now in my mind, in my recovery, I have to stay 24/7 dedicated to what I'm doing. Because it's like, if I even let up for a second, it's like that addiction comes on, and it starts to get its ugly, nasty, grimy hands around my mind. And when I let it just go for a second, I'll be out. Y'all, I'm telling you, you can tell whenever I'm struggling like that too, because I'll get hella depressed, and I will really be focused on how I feel about what I look like. I will be thinking a lot of what I used to do when I was in my addiction. Like, especially remember when I was telling my story times that were like really old, like from back when I was still using hard. When I did that story time for those weeks, that 2-week period, I was so fucked up in my mind, you guys, because all I was thinking about was how I used to shoot dope every single day. And it was making me ill. Like, I have to make sure that I keep some sort of balance, because if I don't, like, the disease of addiction is fucking fucked up, and it will fuck your whole mind. It will make you think things are okay when they're not okay. It will make you think that you've got it all figured out. And what I'm learning is that my first thought is wrong. Like if I think I have it all figured out, then I need to stop and go back and do it over again, because that's my addiction. Like, it's so tricky. It's a fucking trickster. But so yesterday I was on Facebook, and one of my friends from school, we grew up together, like one of my party friends, her husband shot himself. Lori, and I don't know how he passed away or what happened, so I'm not referring to him, and I don't want to talk about, like, I don't know how he passed away. He could have had a car accident for all I know, but I know my two other friends that passed away was a direct result of their disease, and they both took their own lives because they were so depressed from the disease of addiction attacking them and not being able to stay sober and relapse after relapse. You guys, it gets to the point where when you're going back and forth, relapse, sober, it's hard. That's hard on your mind and your body, but mostly on your mind. The worst withdrawals, dude, I can shit and all that diarrhea crap and all that withdrawal all day long. But it's the mind stuff that messes with me the most. It's that depression and anxiety when you can't even get out of the bed because you've been back and forth, relapse gets over. That's the worst part of withdrawals to me, is the mental part, because it makes me want to die. I think I need to kill myself, Okay, let's stand for a minute, then carefully remove. Okay. Yeah, it's so important, you guys, to stay. It's difficult out here. It's so hard to get any kind of help. And that's the thing, you guys, like, that's why we created this page, this YouTube channel. So that way, if you're struggling and you need help and you need to talk to somebody, like, you can come on here and you can message me anytime. Like, I'm starting to list my email in the description from now on. I mean, most of you guys know my phone number. Y'all know how to get a hold of me. But that's the thing, though. When you're struggling, it is like damn near impossible to pick up the phone. It is the hardest thing to do, is to pick up the phone and call somebody when you're feeling like shit. Nobody wants to talk on the phone when they're struggling. Nobody wants to call somebody and say, I'm going through some shit. It's hard. It's a lot of us are very private, and it's hard to talk to somebody about what we're going through. But I'm telling you, if you can do it, it is the best thing that you'll ever do. For instance, I don't know, she won't mind if I talk about it. Cindy Moore called me the other day, and we talked for 30 or 45 minutes on my way to work. And, I don't know her except from my YouTube channel, but we talked, and she felt, we just talked about life, you guys. I'm not a counselor or anything like that, but I've been through a lot, and I've been through probably a lot of the stuff that you guys have been through. So when you're struggling, don't feel like you're all alone, because I know what it's like. And you don't have to take on the world by yourself. That's what recovery is all about. It's the therapeutic value of one alcoholic or addict helping the other. When you can there's nothing like talking to somebody else that's been through the same thing you've been through. Like, you know what I'm saying? Whenever, like, you find somebody and they're like, yeah, and you can relate because they've done drugs the same way you've done them. Like, let me give you an example. Like, when I meet somebody who's a junkie like me, like her opiate fix, like Leonard, he's a junkie like I am. I can relate to that, and that feeling I get when we talk and we have so much in common. It's so awesome, you guys, and it helps me so much. Like, real talk. I'm making these potatoes. Y'all gotta try them. They're so good. Smoked. Well, the ones I'm making are, but these ones. So good. Anyway, I just thought I was going to shut the door on y'all. I just wanted to talk to you guys. Like, it is no joke. Please, if you're struggling, you're not alone. Stop hiding out. Stop isolating. Get up. pick up the phone, call me, text message a friend, email me, get a hold of somebody. Get out of your house and talk to somebody who has been through the same thing you've been through. Get to a meeting. Go to Celebrate Recovery. Dude, y'all, there are so many forums. I'm on Reddit, y'all. There's an addiction and recovery forum on Reddit. Like, if you'll just type in recovery from addiction, you can find places all over to talk to other people who have been through the same thing you've been through. And one more thing. So my friend Kristen told me I need to sign up for Periscope. So I have. And I think we're going to do Periscope live streams. So if you guys are down for that, let me know. And I'll start linking my Periscope in the down bar. So we can have live streams over there. Because over there, listen to this, she was like, over there you can get paid to live stream. And I was like, girl, that sounds like my kind of deal. Bag this side up, microwave dinner. Okay. Anyway, so I just had to come on and talk to you guys. I love y'all so much. Y'all help me so much. And I thank you guys for that. Thank you for being. You're not alone, and if you need anything, just get with me. There's plenty of other people that have channels like Rockin' Roberta, Avalon Ann Decker, Leonard. He has her Opiate Fix channel. Ryan's channel is still up. Ryan Donnelly. He has awesome information on his channel. Shane's Recovery, Hope and Recovery. There's so many channels, you guys. I'll link them below. Like, I try to shout out everybody's channel so y'all will know, but I'm finding new channels daily for recovery support. But y'all, we have got to stick together. We've got to hold each other accountable, and we've got to talk about what we're going through. Because if you don't, like, just real talk, if you relapse, you're going to die. So I can't even like act like you're not going to. It's that serious. Like, you're going to die. So if you don't want to die and you want to stay in recovery and all that good stuff, like, let's talk and hang out and let's do stuff here on my YouTube channel. And if you guys have other people that you want to bring over, get them involved. Let's do this. I want to start doing things where I have you guys on and we do story times and you guys can come tell y'all stories. And you guys can like take over my channel for a day and come and record a video and tell your experience, strength, and hope. Like, I have so many plans. I'm saving up for a camera. I should have one by December. Like, we're going to do this. It's going to be awesome. And we're going to get the ball rolling and have all kinds of stuff going on. What? You broke your wrist.
Hydros are good for that.
Bill.
I was kidding.
She's on. Why would you say that?
It was a joke.
I'm on a. Sorry, y'all. I love you guys. I hope you have a great day. Crystal, you have to watch it over again. My battery's literally on 15%. I love y'all. Please be good and get sober if you're not getting sober, and reach out if you need help, okay? All right, guys.